Why is this big news? Okay, our nation is run by a satanic conspiracy. So is every nation. Why is this news important for me to know? The Bible tells me that the whole world lies in the wicked one. The United States is part of the world, so I know that the whole United States lies in the wicked one. My goal is to get people out of the lap of the enemy and into the arms of Jesus. This is not done by focusing on what George W. Bush's grandfather did.
Well, you can do both, Mr. Dobbs.
Why waste time? What is the value? I want to know. What value are you seeing in this? Tell me how it's going to impact me or anyone else.
It's critical to educate the mind of the American people that they've been lied to by the satanic forces for forever now.
Okay, listen, shouldn't the churches be telling everybody that we've been lied to by the satanic forces?
Well,
no matter who's been in power? I mean, of course, doesn't the Bible tell us that we've been lied to by satanic forces? You don't have to talk about Bush.
You know that the mass of people, they need help and education. They need a little bit to be spoon-fed. Just like the major media repeats a million times.
Stan, I've got my lines full, and you're not saying anything that's worthwhile to me. I'm not saying you're wrong in your historical facts. Okay. They may be true. But you know what? When I first heard that John F. Kennedy had many, sexual affairs, I was young and naive, and I didn't know until after he died. I was in grammar school when he died. After he had been dead for many years, I found out that, he and many women had had sexual affairs while he was in the White House. I was very disappointed. But it didn't change anything about the way I lived my life.
Well, no, I'm not meaning for it to change your life. All I'm saying...
Okay, well, then if it doesn't change my life, then it's not practical. It's not about discipleship, is it? It's just morbid curiosity, isn't it?
Well, in that case it is, but to close this conversation, wouldn't it be nice if we had freedom of speech where the...
Yes, very much. Let's have freedom of speech.
The clergy did not muzzle themselves?
Yes, I agree. I think the clergy should never be muzzled.
That's all I'm saying. We need to unmuzzle ourselves so that every priest, minister, and rabbi could tell his congregates what you and I just spoke about.
Well, do you feel like you've been muzzled? You've just let it all out here on this program, and we have a 501c3. Where's the muzzling going on?
Well, to your credit, you do not sell products, so you are not suspect, to your great credit. But just like any salesman who's selling a product, we don't know, is the product good on its own, or is he promoting the product to make money? Is the church or the synagogue, are they not speaking about a certain topic because they're afraid of their money situation with the 501c3?
Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't you ask them? Because I can't answer for them. I don't know if they're doing that because of that or not.
They run when you bring this topic up. They run like crazy.
How many of them have you talked to?
Oh, enough to know that they run.
Okay, tell me how many synagogues you've gone and talked to the leaders of and asked that question of them.
Oh, about 2 or 3.
2 or 3. Okay. And how many pastors have you asked that?
About 6.
6. So there's 8 religious institutions, and they've all run. They've all when they saw you come, they just ran. What they do, lock the doors and go back in their office?
They changed the subject. It's extremely uncomfortable for them to admit that they have signed on with the devil. You know they've signed on with the devil.
They have?
Yeah. You should be promoting a platform, free the church, the synagogues from the satanic.
I would rather free my listeners from satanic things, and you do that by promoting Jesus Christ. Okay?
Why don't you get rid of your 501c3?
I don't have any reason to get rid of it. I kind of like the fact that those who donate to this program can get themselves a tax write-off for it. But if we had to get rid of it because it was requiring us to compromise, I'd get rid of it in a heartbeat. There's no problem. I operated without a 501c3 for decades in my ministry. But there are people who give large sums of money to the ministry here, and some of them might still do it if we didn't have a 501c3. But I like the idea that they can get a tax write-off. I'm not eager to have our people have to pay the government any more than they need to for taxes.
Okay, so you're putting an alliance with Mammon equal or ahead of an alliance to truth and freedom.
Where's this alliance with Mammon?
You just admitted you like that your people can get a tax exemption for donating to you.
Yeah, now how is that an alliance with Mammon?
You're putting loyalty to money, to profit. So that your
loyalty? No, I said nothing about loyalty. You're talking about loyalty. My loyalty is to Jesus Christ.
You just admitted you like it that your people can make a profit by...
Yes, that's not a startling admission. I think almost all ministers would like it if people who can donate to them can get a tax. You know what? You know why? Frankly, I think our people pay too much taxes. Apparently